Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Guidance Corner Tarot. My name's Christelle. I just wanted to quickly jump on here, just as a little introduction to these December readings, just to give you a little heads up on the energies at play. So, these readings took me a long time to do, much, much longer than they normally would take me. And I don't normally get drained when I channel. I just find I could channel all day long. But after every reading, I just felt drained. I think the only sign that I didn't feel drained with was Leo. Having said that, I've still got three more signs to do. So that may change. So I've got Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio to do. Now, that's not to say that the other signs, that Leo's energy for December is brilliant and everybody else's is not. No, not at all. But it's just to say that December is going to demand a lot from us, like a lot from us. These readings demanded a lot from me. And I think it's important as you listen to the readings that you understand that energy. And that's why I really wanted to just jump on board and just let you know that the energies for December, not that they're bad, not that they're all good, but they're demanding. So basically the message that is coming through from the way that these readings have really tired me out. I was lucky to be able to do two or three a day, and that's not like me at all. Um, and it's basically spirit saying the energy is demanding because it's not going to let us just rest on our laurels. It's not going to let us coast along. We need to do the work. Whatever that work is for you, it needs to be done. It needs to be looked at, changed, redone. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to jump on board and just let you know. So I hope that you enjoy these readings. I hope that they bring meaning. I hope that they bring clarity. I hope they give you the heads up that I always hope my readings do. They're not there to tell you what to do or how to do it, just a heads up of the energies that are at play and how you can best navigate, how you can best use these energies, and sometimes even what these energies are trying to tell us. Sometimes we can be like, yes, I'll do the work, but tell me, what is the work? What do I need to do? What are you asking of me, universe, higher self, God? So I'm going to leave those messages here for you. Take very good care of yourself as we close off 2025, which has been poof, a year, let's just put it that way. And let's welcome in 2026, having done all the work that we needed to do so we can open the door to this fire horse year that is coming in 2026, and we can gallop off into the paddock that suits us. That's the way I'm seeing it. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to the Guidance Corner Tarot. My name's Christelle. Thank you so much for being here. So we're just going to put these oracle or tarot cards aside. This is the unveiling of the golden age. So we're going to do final messages with those at the end. I'm using the Art Nouveau tarot and the Oracle of Portals oracle cards for your reading today. Let's have a look. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Capricorn, how are you? This is your December 2025 reading. I hope you are all well. Thank you, Spirit. I hope you are all well. As usual, we're just taking whatever falls. Look at that. Four of Wands that wants to greet you, Capricorn. It's been a tough time, hasn't it? Strong, strong energies. We're coming out of it. We're coming into greater understanding about ourselves. And I hope you're feeling that too. Okay, there's a, oh, Spirit. we're taking a lot. That's okay. That's okay. That's what we're here for. Capricorn, thank you so much for being here with me. If you like what you find here, please like, share and subscribe. Let's get started with your reading. Which way are we taking these? We're flipping them. Thank you, Spirit. Let's have a look at these. Actually, I might bring them at the top because I don't know how many oracles came out, but I think there's a few. So let's put these like that. Which way are we taking these? This way. Thank you, Spirit. I just got a message from Spirit, very interestingly enough. Capricorn, Spirit's just asked me to ask you. I'm just going to move this out the way so I have a bit more room. And my cards are more important than the decorations, and you know me. I like you to be able to see the cards. So Spirit asked me, how is your connection to Spirit going? Okay, so that's interesting. Maybe not a message for all of you, but something that Spirit wants to call to your attention. How is your connection? Thank you, Spirit. You want that one up there? I said to Spirit, you want that one up there? And they replied, no, you do. And I'm like, okay, yes, because it makes it nice and neat. Thank you, Spirit, because I turned those around. Yes, look at this. Magic and ascend. There's this energy here. Capricorn, Spirit asked me to ask you, how is your connection? And what Spirit is saying, how is your connection to the divine, to Spirit, to your higher self, to God, to the universe? There's a little return to it. Look at this little light peeking through the door. And then look at this light here, and you're actually here connecting with it. This is beautiful, Capricorn. This is really, really beautiful. And look at all these wands you've got. Sorry, I saw that one as a wand for some funny reason. It's not, it's pentacle, but I saw his crutches as like wands. So it'll be interesting when we get to that, what the energies will be. You've got 2 cups, you've got a pentacle, and you've got 4 wands. Very much purpose-driven, your will, your passions, your drive. Where are we starting, Spirit? Okay, Spirit wants to start with the light. It wants to start with the oracle. This is really cute. This little dog has been patiently waiting for the door to open. And that little puppy, that little dog, is Spirit, the universe, God, whatever you connect with, whatever you call that higher knowing, that higher connection. So here, for the sake of this reading, and to stop me keep listing all the things, for me that's the universe, that's Spirit. Sometimes I might say God as well. And there's a sense here that it is waiting for your return. And what does that mean? It's waiting for your return. It's waiting for you to turn, to return, to turn around and come back to it. This is going to be quite spiritual, Capricorn, and I hope for those that may not have tapped into this energy for a very long time, or may have turned their back on it for one reason or another. And I do understand this energy because I'll just share a little thing about me that might help you put this into context. Is I grew up with a very religious background, and I loved going to church. I loved singing the hymns. I loved the connection. But when I got to an age where I fully understood what they were saying and talking about, it didn't resonate with me anymore. So I turned my back on the whole lot of it. And I didn't realize that my connection came not to the religion itself, but to the higher, to spirit, to the universe, to God. I knew instinctively there was something higher that I could connect with and tap into. Yet I turned my back on all of it because I couldn't separate one from the other. And the word God triggered me for years and years and years. And it doesn't anymore because I've unassociated it with things that didn't sit with me. Now I'm not saying anything about religion here. This is just how it came to me. You may have turned your back on religion for something else, and you might be turning back to it because it does resonate with you. So allow this reading to sit with you where it needs to sit with you. For some of you, it's as I was looking at this card, Spirit drew my eyes down because here the light is down. Here there's so much light in your reading, so much light in these oracles. And there's a sense that down, down, down. So some of you are coming back from the underworld. What's the underworld? That's our well. That's where we go down to the depth of our inner self. Look, to be reborn out of it. But there's this returning to the light. This is quite amazing. Like, look at this celebration when you come back up. And you know, some of you might tune out because of the context, but I can't separate. Everything is talking about Spirit, the universe, God, our connection to something higher. And it's bringing you a gift. Okay, so Spirit's brought me back. I don't know why that was quite intense. So Spirit's bringing me back because I haven't even run through all the cards with you, but there was a message in that really was like shouting at me, if you like. So Capricorn, we have the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands. We have return, Olympus, birth, underworld, celebration, magic, and ascend. And Spirit's almost said, like, if you just take in those words, you're on track. And this is why we're starting with the oracle cards. So like I said earlier, Olympus, if you like, has been patiently waiting your return. And it's interesting because Olympus is here, but Spirit actually showed me that this little puppy is actually Spirit, patiently waiting at the door for you to come out and play, for you to come out and interact with it. And there's a sense that you see Spirit as Olympus. You see it as the grandeur and the all that it is. But you're coming to see it also as a companion, a trusted friend. I love that it's a dog that's in this image, because they're so loyal. They always have your back. They don't care what you look like. They don't care if you're happy or if you're sad. I mean, they do, because they try to cheer you up when you're sad. But come as you are, and they love you just the same. And this is what you are returning to, this connection to spirit, universe, God. And you're going to see it for all that it is and all that it means to you, because it means something to you, Capricorn. There is a connection. There is a connection from birth that has always been there. And this is, Spirit saying this is also Mother Earth. The connection is crown chakra, but also root chakra. There's this very strong message in your reading, Capricorn, that I cannot get away from, and it is connection. And I feel like your connection above and your connection below brings you this celebration. Look at all these people waiting for you. Your tribe, your family, your loved ones, ones that you know and you don't know yet. And I feel these cards swell around each other. So what do I mean by that? I mean that your connection that you've had since birth, I mean, we're born connected because, we haven't yet been changed by this world. And there's a sense that then life kind of makes you go down into your well, go down into thank you, Spirit. I was just trying to figure out how to say that, but there's almost a sense of challenges in life. They build our walls, and that's why I see it as a well, because like almost every year we stack more bricks on our well, and it becomes deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's emotions and experiences that haven't been healed yet, and that's this turmoil within ourselves. And so then when we are ready to do our work, I always say we go down into our well and we revisit. And so I get the sense that this card talks about your birth, the connection that you're returning to that you had since your birth. But I also feel this birth card could be really at both sides of this underworld, because as you go down, this is you coming back up and raw, leaving the masks behind, leaving what no longer serves you behind. And this has been work, and this has been going on for many, many years. I'm almost seeing like these pillars as years. And you've been going down. You've been looking at this. Capricorn, you've been looking at it going, okay. There's been a lot of healing, a lot of battling, a lot of, I'm seeing this as surviving. But you're moving into a time of thriving. This is like a rebirth, And I think for some of you, you know, we can say that that's probably what you've gone through, like a full rebirth. And this celebration. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit just drew my eye to the birth and to the one. We're actually working a 1 year next year. 27 is a 9. We're working a 9 year this year. So 2025 has been a 9 year. Next year is going to be a 1 year in the numerology. And there's a sense here of you've been diving deep. And I feel like this is why this birth card, I could almost see it on either side. It's almost like you've gone down, had a bit of a rebirth, you go down again, have another bit of a rebirth. And I think next year is when you have your ultimate rebirth, like you ascend. It's very powerful. I don't know if you can feel how powerful this energy is. And there's this celebration. And I feel, Capricorn, that for the next 4 years, so from 2026 to 2030, you will be celebrating. There will be this ascension up and up and up and up and up. So if you land at the end of this year or early next year, let's say your dream job, it will lead to further promotions, or it will lead to you getting even a better job. If you find a romantic partner at the end of this year or early next year, it will lead to an engagement. It will lead to marriage. If you're in childbearing years and you want children, it will lead to children. So it's that kind of ascension, if you like. It goes up and up and up. And it's being created now or next year. So just, this is a general reading, and I'm just finding the timelines on my reading is the energies are developing in the month, but then I feel like they move so far out of that. So Capricorn, I forget to say this a lot in my readings, and I really should. Keep coming back to it. Come back to it in January. Come back to it in February. Come back to it until you feel, yes, I'm in the magic. Yes, I've reconnected. And then you know, okay, this reading's done. There's going to be a lot of celebrations. And it's simple. Like, this is like a tent, kind of, it feels like in the middle of nowhere. It feels very simple. It's not big, elaborate. It's these celebrations that we do along our life that thank you, Spirit, make us feel like we are living our life. And all these different, I can't think of what these are called, torches, thank you, Spirit. All these different torches are almost like all the different celebrations that you have. And it's a tent, not a solid building. So I think this is creating movement. It's creating change. It's not just one celebration. This tent can move and be re-put up somewhere else. So there's a lot of celebrations. And these two cards, along with this return, is where I have the most difficulty to look away from them, to kind of, I have to concentrate, I have to look at the other cards, because instantly, especially that they're all together as well, my eyes just want to go to the cards. I'm even having a hard time looking at the tarot. And I feel that how I feel and what happens when I'm doing a reading, because I'm intuitive, I channel, I take all these as messages, and that feels like a message to you, Capricorn, that once you get to this energy, it will be very difficult to turn away from it. I'm so drawn to this light. So will you be. And that's not to say that you won't ever have any challenges in your life, no. But there's almost a sense that when the challenges come, you have the connection. You have the connection. You have something higher than you to tap into. You're tapping into the magic that you are, but you're also tapping into the magic of the universe. And the universe comes to celebrate you. Look at this chandelier. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit actually said to me as I was holding them up, hold them up as steady as I can, because if you feel so drawn, take a snapshot. Put this on a desktop. Put this somewhere. Oops, sorry. I'm actually going to hold them up like this, where you can, there you go, you can crop my hands and just have the image of the card. For some reason, it's so important. Take a snapshot. Put it somewhere that you will keep seeing them. The magic that's in you, the magic that's in the universe. And you're ascending to it. And you don't need to be afraid, because you've done the work. This is where you were afraid. This is where it was difficult. This is where, Capricorn, I don't like to be dramatic, but for some of you, I feel like you probably thought, oh my gosh, am I going to survive this year? And I don't think you're alone in that. This 2025 called a lot from us. And some of us heeded that call and we did the work. And you're going to reap the rewards. Some of us haven't been able to, or we've tipped our toe into it, but we haven't been able to do a full deep dive. We're still going to be going there. We will. As we build courage, remember, a general reading, we're all on different different parts of our journey. I want to call it different timelines. We're kind of all on the same timeline, but you know, our timing, we talk about divine timing, but there's also our individual timing. So some of you might still be here. Trust that you will have the courage going into 2026 to do this further and deeper like you've never done before. Some of it's by returning to your connection that you will be able to do this deep dive. Okay? First card that fell out was upright. It fell out with a pile, but it was on top. And this is Spirit. Look, celebration is 40, and this is the 4 of Wands, which is celebration. So it's 4. These cards are linked. And this 4 of Wands is sort of saying celebrate you first, Capricorn. If you are still going through this deep dive, if you have come out of this deep dive, celebrate you. Whatever stage you're in, celebrate you. This 4 of Wands is saying to me, it's all about you, Capricorn, and how magical you are. There's a sense here that with the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups, there's a sense here that you almost can't see I'm getting the emotions with this Five of Cups, but with this Queen of Cups, I'm getting that kindness, that open heart. I'm seeing her quite differently to how I normally see her. Having said that, she is in tune with her emotions. She doesn't feel that her emotions need to be dismissed. So if you have been, Capricorns are not generally quite prone to, I mean, I'm not going to say you're not emotional, but you're an earth sign, so you're quite practical. But Capricorn, if you've been feeling a bit emotional and it's been making you feel a bit out of sorts because you're not really in your element, trust, let yourself be. Because the water is what helps you go down your well. Okay, when you tap into your water, that you allow yourself to descend into your watery depth, if you like. She's okay with everything that she sees there, and you are going to get to that stage. But it's difficult because the cups is also our fulfillment. And there's a sense that here in this Five of Cups, we're not feeling fulfilled. You're not feeling fulfilled. But the Queen of Cups knows that whether you feel it or not, you're always full because you're always connected. And I think with this birth card here, that's making me think of Gaia, Mother Earth. That's your element, Earth. So connect to her. And that might help you connect to Spirit. But it's not easy, and I feel like these two cups here are just saying it's not easy. It's not easy. But when you connect, here is the Ace of Wands. You get a gift from the universe. There's a gift. Every time we go down our well, every time we connect to Gaia, to Spirit, there's a gift. And for you, this is the Wands, and you've got a lot of Wands. Oh, sorry, I keep looking at this pentacle and seeing Wands, so we'll get to that, because I'm sure there's going to be a wand message in that. And the Wands is your will and your drive. And Capricorn, you are driven. And it's your passion. I mean, the Wands is the fire. Okay, yours is the pentacle. Ah, that's interesting. Maybe you need to turn your earth energy into fire, just to re-find your flame, your drive, your passion. And thank you, Spirit. So Spirit's saying you are driven, you're naturally a driven sign, but it's to match your drive with your alignment, with your passion. That connects us. When we are aligned, we're connected through our crown chakra, through our root chakra. Because there's a sense that it has been difficult. And I'm getting a wounded sense with this Five of Pentacles. You know, when we go down deep into our well, when we do that deep dive, you know, we go down into our wounds, our emotional wounds, our physical wounds, our mental wounds. And there's a sense here is some of these wounds you've actually not only fought against, but you've fought for as well. So it's almost like, this is who I am. No, you're coming to understand that this is maybe a trauma this is something that doesn't serve you. This is an experience that is no longer in your life, but that has impacted you in some way and left an emotional, a physical, or a mental wound. And sometimes we defend that because we defend that as in to go, well, this is who I am. This is what happened to me, and I'm not going to forget that. So I'm angry. So this wound has maybe created anger. So I'm an angry, strong person. Or it has made me retreat. So I'm going to defend that I'm quiet and I don't rock the boat. But there's something about your wound that you have, and we all do this, Capricorn. I'm not saying you as in you're the only one. When we have a wound, an experience that wounds us, we make it part of us. We make it part of our self-expression. And then it becomes us. It becomes one of our characteristics. It becomes part of our personality. And this is what you're doing the deep dive to shed. Because there is so much of our experiences, of our wounding, that is not who we are. And it does make us turn our back on aspects of ourselves that we are. You know, if we're being wounded and feel unsafe, we are not going to shine our light. We're going to keep our light behind a closed door because that could make us feel unsafe. And there's a sense that you're unpacking all of this. And you've got the Eight of Wands. Once you do, Capricorn, that sets things in motion that bring you this return to connection, magic and ascension, celebration. If I may say, Capricorn, and if you're so inclined, try to find meditations where there's visualizations in it, where you ground into Mother Earth and you connect through your crown chakra to the all that is. I think that would be hugely beneficial for you. I'm looking at this like your crown chakra. It's almost like this is the opening of your crown chakra, and this is all the downloads, all the creativity, all the light. And you cannot shut this door because you'll just be bursting with light. You'll be sharing that light. Very deep reading, Capricorn. I hope, for those of you that have stayed till this point, magical, my friends, magical. And please, please see the beauty within you. This world doesn't function without you. If you weren't here, there would be a missing energy, your energy. And Spirit saying it's time to bring that out into the world, to shine your light. You have so much to offer. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I like that. Oh, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, and thank you, Spirit. I'm going to start with the Hierophant. Look at this connection to all your ancestors through this earthly plane, and connection with the all that is when we, you know, our soul ascends and we then become part of the one. This is a very, very much lineage. It's very much this grounding and connecting. So I'm going to even say it like this: grounding and connecting. Root chakra, crown chakra, and everything in between. These are all the colors of your chakras. And there's a sense here of birth. Look at this baby, the birth. And all these people, these entities, these beings, these people, these ancestors, these guardians, they're celebrating the magic of who you are. And this is the all that is, the connection of everything. And you've got mountain, and I love that mountain. Yes, there have been mountains to climb, Capricorn, and you're the mountain goat. If anybody could do this work, you can. And that's why this, I'm not even going to look at it as in this is a tarot card. I'm not even going to look at it like that. Okay, this is the Knight of Pentacles, but I'm not even going to look at it like that. I'm going to just look at the mountain. You are the mountain goat. This journey was made for you. And I'm going to put that here because when you have doubts, please, please don't. Please, please don't. You are so much more magical than you can imagine. And you know what? Very, very soon you are going to put all that magic out into the world. I can't wait to see what you do, Capricorn. And if you'd like to share, please leave a comment. I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. A very deep, very beautiful reading for you this month. Take very good care. See you next time. Bye-bye.